called Candy. Yeah, that is actually my hometown. Okay? Yes.
Of Candy. We then journey south to Gaul Fort, a unique mixture of European colonialism and Asian traditions. Neighbouring Gaul is Unawatuna, a tourist town offering sandy beaches and trendy bars. And then finally, we take a train along the coast to Colombo, the commercial capital of Sri Lanka. With all that travelling ahead of us, our first afternoon and evening was pretty relaxed. After settling into the Waves by Tranquil Hotel, we wandered around Negombo, getting ourselves acquainted.
So the population in our country is like about 20 million, and out of them the majority of the people are Sinhalese. That is my nationality.
Sacred pilgrimage site for 22 centuries, this cave monastery with its 5 sanctuaries is the largest, best preserved cave temple complex in Sri Lanka. 160 meters high, the cave holds almost the same number of statues and over 2,000 square meters of Buddhist mural paintings. One tourist tip is to never take a photo with your back to the statues, since it's considered disrespectful. Created this 200-meter high rock, it's also the incredibly flat land that surrounds it, making for some awe-inspiring views as you climb. Built on top of the rock in the 5th century was a king's palace. It acts as the finish line for those wanting to ascend. They do obviously recommend walking shoes, but cave paintings or frescoes. These paintings of females were once covered the entire western wall, totaling around 500. Some believe they are the ladies of the king, whilst others think they are taking part in religious activity. Although now only 18, they are all left in remarkable condition and act as a good break during the war. Just before the summit lies the remains of what was once an enormous gateway to the palace. A giant pair of lion's paws carved into the bedrock are all that remain, since the upper body was destroyed. It is because of this lion that the palace...
So this is like one of the most one of the ancient rocks in our country, and it's also one of the wonders of the world, you know, from the 7 wonders of the world. Yeah.
This was named Sigiriya. The term Sigiriya originates from the word Singagiri.
So there's actually a kind of like a castle or a kingdom which is built on the top of a rock. A kingdom, a palace.
Which means lion. Once you have passed through the lion's paws, the summit is tantalizingly close, and it certainly doesn't disappoint. all good attractions, you exit through the gift shop. Following 3 stops, the first being just bustle and bustle. We left by the gift shop. Itself. Central Sri Lanka is rich with gemstones, and our guide took us through the whole mining process, showing us some
So our country is a bit famous for gems, you know, gems and diamonds.
shiny stones to finish. A gift shop, this is not. And after some heavy browsing, Chiaki purchased this paradox gemstone. A few minutes jumped back into the van and we finally arrived at our hotel. The Temple of the Tooth is a very sacred and important place for Sri Lankan Buddhists. Legend states that after the Lord Buddha was cremated, his remains were distributed for worship. Of all of his remains, his 4 canines were considered holiest of all, and this temple is the resting place of one of those relics. After being smuggled into Sri Lanka, it immediately became an important symbol, the belief being that whoever possessed the tooth had a divine right to rule the land. Nowadays, the casket is removed from this shrine once a year during the Visala Perahara, or Festival of the Tooth. This footage here as you move further inside the temple, you can't help but be overwhelmed by the drums, the noise, the music, and the hundreds of people jostling for position. If you are intending to visit, be aware it can get incredibly busy. As you ascend the stairs towards the relic, there are 2 lanes of traffic. One where people can get much closer, and the one we took where you're walking by from afar. It's all a very palpable experience, and if you're in Canberra, one that is not to be missed. Lanka's last capital before a few meandering hours.
That our country was invaded by British people, so this is actually this is like one of the remains from it. You say like British architecture, yeah.
However,
it's about tea, okay?
on your trip. Well, certainly left us anyway since they all ring so true. With its colonial buildings, trendy cafes, quirky boutiques, exotic flavours and grand architecture, it's a perfect town to just wander its rambling streets. It's also worth noting that Gaul experienced waves as high as 6 metres during the Boxing Day tsunami in 2004. With Gaul Fort itself being surrounded by 3 sides of ocean, it must have been hit hard, but Sri Lanka has done an unbelievable job at restoration. We changed. Was my best whale moment caught on video.
That is
Such is the unpredictable nature of nature. So what became apparent was the experience was more about the anticipation of where she would appear, and then the excitement of when she finally did. Whilst feeling a bit like Chief Brody on lookout, the stillness and peace suddenly breaks. and is filled with engines moving forward. The locals getting excited there won't be any refund demands for today, and then it's a race for your boat to catch up before she dives back down again for air. And when she did, it was fun whilst the anticipation grew once more. An hour and a half, we turned back world with an authentic flavour. Being the main entry point into the country, it obviously also caters to tourism. Then it has its government buildings, offices and monuments. And finally, a newer up-and-coming district near the coast. China is putting a lot of money into aiding this side of town, and Sri Lanka seems to be putting its energy to making its city a more safe, clean, tourist-friendly, welcoming place than it already is. Although this might seem like the end of our holidays, we were actually only just getting started. The Maldives is an hour's flight from Colombo, and it would almost be rude not to stop by before returning back to London. It's a really recommended extension if you visit Sri Lanka, so please subscribe to see the reality.
Okay. Over. So the people of the A class can go, yeah. So bye. So yeah. Okay, see you later. Yes.